whereby all the mobile phase are being put here. Each of this tubing, right, is actually connected into the respective mobile phase. Okay, for example, your 50 millimolar of phosphoric acid, right, okay, is actually connected to tube A, solvent A tube. Okay, I forgot to actually mention about this feed here. There's a feed here, right? This feed is actually a porous, heavy substance that allows you to sink down, for the tubing to sink down to the bottom. And it acts as a secondary filter to prevent any dirty stuff to get into the system. Okay? Okay, so the mobile phase will be channeled, okay, into this area here. Okay, so it will be drawn into the pump with the gasser to remove the dissolved gases, and behind there is actually a mixer to actually mix the correct proportion of the mobile phase that you want, that you have set. Okay, clear? Okay, so this is the internal part of it. Okay, and before you do your analysis, once you come into the lab, what is the first thing you need to do? You need to prepare the instrument. What do you need to prepare? Do a purging. So basically, once you are here, right, switch on the system, switch on button is here, switch on the system. Okay, once you switch on, right, they will prompt you to actually key in password. What is the password? 50. Just key in 50 and click OK. 50 50. That's not I never mentioned to the card. So you 50. After you click in the password 50, it will bring you to this main page here on the screen. Okay, make sure that this part here, right? This part here shows gradient. Grade. Okay? It doesn't show ISO. If ISO, you just tap, it will show gradient. Okay? Then after that, what do you need to do? You need to purge the system. Okay, you need to purge the system. So press purge. Okay, in this case, you will purge the system using methanol. Okay, so you go and look at the reservoir here. Where is my methanol? Okay, so you need to look at the tubing to see whether it's at A, B, C, or D. Okay, in this case, my methanol is at B. So I will click on this, make sure it's highlighted. Okay, B is required for my purging. Okay, and then the rinse, it will rinse with 10% IPA. Okay, isopropanol. Okay, can or not? Okay, so what happened? 3 minutes of purging is actually to remove any air bubbles that are found in this lining that channels into the pump. The 10% of rinsing with IPA, right, is actually to wash or rinse the pump seal. Okay, to clean the pump seal, to make sure that the pump actually work properly. Okay, there's no dirty stuff that actually clogged up around the sealing of the pump. Okay, so it helps you to wash. Okay, then so after you have done this setting, right, just click start. Then it will do the run. Okay, but in this case, I'm not going to run it, just stop. Okay, but on actual preparation, you will need to purge. You will do the purging. Okay, you will really do the purging. Okay, so after purging is done, it will take about 10 minutes. Okay, after purging is done, you will need to go to gradient and then touch the 4 colored bottle. Okay, and then you will set the percentage of mobile phase required for that day of your experiment. So in this case, you have to look at your protocol on the worksheet, right? Okay, look at the setting. If they say that you need to use 50% methanol in 50 millimolar of phosphoric acid, for example, then can you please look at the reservoir to see which pump or which tube connected to methanol, same thing, and then in this case is B, then the B is methanol, right? So you just key in 50%. Clear? When you key in 50%, then you look at where is my acidified water. Okay, my acidified water is actually at pump A, solvent A. Okay, solvent A. So if that's the case, no need to key anything. Automatically they will know that I have to draw the other 50%, right, from pump A, solvent A. Okay, clear? But if let's say you require 3 solvent, let's say solvent C you require 20%, then what will be the percentage of acidified water from solvent A, B? What is 30%? Clear? Understand? So in this case, I will follow my protocol. In this case, it's only 50% methanol in acidified water. Okay, so I'll just key in 50% and click OK. And now I will click pump. What am I doing? I'm actually pumping the correct mobile phase, right, into the column to make sure that the column, right, is filled up with the correct mobile phase that I'm going to use later on for my analysis. If let's say my column inside contain mobile phase A, does not contain mobile phase B, which is required for that day, then before you make sure that the column is filled with mobile A, right, you already start your analysis. Then your result will be not correct. Your result will be haywire. Meaning, because that the system required some time for solvent B, right, to push out all the solvent A in order to allow the analytes to get interacted with the stationary phase at its optimum condition. Do you understand what I'm talking about? So you need to ensure that your solvent B is filled up entirely inside the column. Okay, you need to push out whatever nonsense that is before your analysis. Do you understand? Clear? So this introduction of the mobile phase, right, into the column will require about 10 minutes in order to make sure that roughly about 10 minutes. Okay, in order to make sure that the column is filled with the mobile phase that you require for your analysis. Clear? Clear? So this is the pre-preparation steps that you need to do. So first thing, come in, start up the system, purge the system, purge already, pump in the mobile phase, and then sit down, listen to the instruction that you need to do. Clear? Understand? After that, set the parameters. Then after that, set your sequence table. But over here, they don't call it a sequence table, they call it a batch table. Okay, batch file. Then you will run your sample. So this is the auto sampler rack. Okay. When you take out, right? Okay, when you take out, don't change the orientation of the tray, because it will cause error to the system. Okay, so make sure if you pull this rack out from this side, make sure you put it back on that side. Clear? Okay, so over here it already tell you the sequence of the rack. So here is 1, 2, rack 1, rack 2, rack 3, rack 4. Clear? Understand? Okay, so I think I forgot to tell them that also, but never mind. Okay, so make sure you put in the valve to the correct slot that you want to set. Okay, can? What else was I talking? Oh yeah, at the end of the day, after you have done with your analysis, make sure you do a cleaning of your column. So how do you do a cleaning? Okay, you need to go to the 4 valves, select methanol, and pump in 100% of methanol. Okay, click OK. and then pump. Okay, to pump in 100% of methanol into the column to wash the column. Okay, to wash the column. Clear? You will wash this. This washing will take about 10 minutes before you shut down and say bye bye to me. Clear? If let's say you are the last group of that day, you will do this post maintenance step. Not post maintenance, post analysis step. Okay, it's a maintenance part. Can? Okay? Clear? Clear? Okay. Yeah. That's all I want. Okay, changing of the column, right? I'm so sorry. If there's a need for you to change column, make sure. Okay, wait. So this part here is actually the connection of the column. This whole thing is the oven. The column is actually installed in the column is installed in the oven. So this part here is actually the inlet. This part here is the outlet. How do you know this is inlet, this is outlet? The arrow is pointing up. There's an arrow over here that points up. Okay, can? Okay, so when you want to change a column, right, you will always disconnect from the outlet first and make sure the pump is off. Okay, make sure the pump is off. So disconnect the outlet first and then followed by the inlet. Okay, followed by the inlet. And make sure that this plastic ferrule, right, will always be there. If not, it will have leakage. Clear? Clear now? Okay, after you have dismantled that column out from the system, you need to ensure that the column is also stoppered. Okay, you need to be ensure that it's stoppered. Why? Why do you want to ensure it to be stoppered? Why? Nothing will leak out, but you want to make sure that the column inside here, right, is moist. It's wet. Okay? If you open it, let the hole expose to the air, right, eventually this whole column will be dried over time. Understand? You don't want it to be dry, because if it dries up, there will be air pockets in between the stationary phase, then it will cause problem in your separation. Understand? Clear? And on top of that, when it's exposed to openings like this, right, will there be a chance for bacteria to go in, dust to go in as well? Yes, right? So make sure you don't do that. Okay, once you are done with this, okay, this is a new column that you want to install. Okay, how do you install it? Okay, please handle with your column with care. Okay, because if you handle it roughly, place it very roughly on the table, inside is actually packed with stationary phase, right? When you drop, it's just like a compacted powder. When you drop it, what happens? It will not it will scatter, right? It will scatter. Same thing over here. Initially, all the stationary phase is compacted, very compacted. But if you drop it, what happens? It will cause it to get loosened. Okay, it will don't have the compactness inside already. So it will affect your analysis because of that. Loose air gaps goes in, and a lot of complication will take place. Okay, so this column cannot be used later. Okay, so make sure the arrow is pointing up and always connect from the inlet. Okay, always connect from the inlet. After you're connected from the inlet already, then you will press pump. Okay, you will press pump. You will press pump. Press pump. And then you wrap around this and look at the hose to ensure that the liquid actually flows through the column. Can you see there's actually liquid coming out? Can see or not? Can see or not? See, it's flowing out already. Okay, once you see that the liquid is flowing out, right, stop the pump. Means that the mobile phase is able to pump through and there's no leakage here. So the connection is fine. So you will have to connect the outlet okay, connect the outlet, okay, secure it, connect the outlet, and then continue the pump, okay, pump, and then monitor for about 1 to 2 minutes to ensure that there's no leakage. Clear? No leakage, stop the pump and you can use it already. Clear? Understand? You can close the outlet and use it. Clear or not? Yeah. Okay, but I want to use back my own color. Okay.